So how do we have an enormous faith and start moving mountains with that faith like Jesus promised us that we could do? So I've been reading this book called The Way of Positive Thinking, and in there he gives us a little challenge. He says for a week, just take the things that you think are realistic thinking and don't give yourself any limits. Just shoot for the stars, think as high as you can, imagine as big as you can. And then after that week, come back down to what you considered realistic thinking. And he says a lot of times you realize that realistic thinking was simply just pessimistic thinking. This reminded me of the story of David, where he had this enormous faith in the Lord, and that allowed him to conquer a bear, to conquer a lion, to conquer Goliath. You know, he wasn't thinking realistic, like, no, there's no way I could do that. He just trusted fully in the Lord. And even in the Bible, it says that when you're praying for something, imagine it in your heart that you already have it and it shall be yours. And all of this stuff made me realize that I didn't have as much faith as I thought I did, and I wasn't using it to the best of my ability. So recently I had this on my heart where I wanted to memorize the entire Bible. And I know that that's like a crazy thing, and I started to combat it like with that pessimistic thinking at first, but then I decided to turn to that positive thinking, turn to God. And I knew that God could help me do this. So instantly, all the solutions to the problems that I was presenting myself came. I was like, okay, well, I could take it step by step. It's going to take me a long time, but I can use memory palaces, which is something I learned in the past, and all these things. And all of a sudden, I started combating it with that positive thinking, and I started to see the path. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you have a giant in your life right now that you think you cannot take down, just combat it with that positive thinking, and those solutions are going to come. What do you guys think about this? What are some giants that you're currently facing? And if you just take time right now to think about some solutions, what do you come up with?